Call the names. Wake the room. Wake the room. Wake the room! Fillmyeyes, Rex, Naomi, Afasiana, Babbler, Monarch Soul, Jojo, Grey Eyes, Fillmyeyes. Poets assemble. No masks, no manners. Say it plain, or say it broken. Monday night in the garden of enlightenment. Low light lit minds, every line got intent. Clock ticks crooked and the room turns vigilant. Quiet so loud you can hear what the tension meant. Then it slips after midnight, manners get murdered. Nice little masks get cracked by a word or a murmur. Twisted Tuesdays twist truth till it turns on its heel. Clean cut faces go strange when the dark gets real. You can feel that shit, that slick little slip when the grin stays sweet, but the eyes don't sit. Like the room grew ribs, like the walls grew ears, like the hush got hands and it's pulling you near. And the words don't rest, they press. Put a heel on the chest, leave a dent in the breath. Every line like a knock from the back of the brain. Like you came in one shape, you won't leave the same. Late night poets, where the room leans in, where the sharp gets shown and the soft dough dim. Late night poets, hear the whole thing shift from a whisper in your ribs to a line that lifts from the darkened edge of doubt to the pull you can't ignore. We don't just read the night, we make it something more. Say it plain, say it broken. Late night poets, Wednesday breaks, parts in the park, sink down the spine, half halo, half hazard, both hands in the light. In the yard, a seduction walks soft through the smoke. Silk on the tongue with the blade in the joke. Books and bards wakes dust in the depth of the shelves. Old ghosts lean out and start naming themselves in a craft and sullen up the ache. Gets a voice, pain stands up straight and makes silence a choice. Then break on through when the devil gives way. When the mass says saint but the pulse says pray. Echoes in the dark, oh hun, the fear. That thing with no name starts ringing in your ear. Say it, say it. Fill my eyes with poetry, don't water it down. Let it bite, let it bloom, let it burn through the crowd. Bad company grins like a bruised dress smart. And rhythm and rhyme puts a boot through the heart. Late night poets, where the room leans in, where the sharp gets shown and the soft don't dim. Late night poets, hear the whole thing shift from a whisper in the ribs to a line that lifts from the darkened edge of doubt to the pull you can't ignore. We don't just read the night, we make it something more. Say it plain, say it broken. Late night poets, some come shattered, some come slick. Some speak honey with a blade in it. Some sound velvet, some sound wire. Some walk in low and take the room higher. Some come holy, some come liars. That's the thing! This ain't filler for the dead space, no. There's a pulse with a pen, this is blood with a nickel. This is breath to the backbone, ink for the crown. Live mics, live nerves, truth laid bare in the round. This is the beautiful mess, the bruise and the bloom. The line that cuts clean and makes a little room. Late souls, wide eyes, all nerve in the dark. A room full of hearts beating hard through the dark. Wake the room, wake the room. Late night poets, where the room leans in, where the sharp gets shown and the soft don't dim. slips past polite. We tell the truth. L&P, we love you. Stay frosty.
Hello, everyone. Happy Friday. Thanks for joining Rex and I tonight for this show. And I hope everyone is doing well. I hope you all had a great week. And I hope you have a better weekend to follow. Hi, Rex.
Hello. What's up?
Oh, not much. What's shaking with you?
Just the same old heat wave.
I'll tell you. Hopefully you're going to get some relief soon. Because I just saw our temperature's supposed to drop again tomorrow. So hopefully it's heading your way. At least I can hope, right? I can hope. So what was your temp today? Anything wild and crazy?
96.
Well, that's better than last time we spoke. I think last time we spoke it was way up there. We only went up to about 80 today, which is very doable. So hopefully it's heading your way. That's what I can say. Let me see now. It's 56 in Perth, in around Perth anyway. So Monty G says. And that's the only weather report we've seen so far. But yeah. So it's, I don't know. But it was humid as hell today, so. Even though it went to 80,
Yeah.
it sounds good, but it was so humid, it was like, it didn't really matter.
We were at 70%.
Yeah. I don't know what percent we were at, but I can tell you it was thick when I opened the door. Mm-hmm. It was. Oh, my goodness gracious. So let's see. Everybody, it's 70 in Huntington Beach. Ooh.
It's well.
Yeah.
Nice, Tim.
Yeah, right. At least you
See,
admit it.
Monty's in there, and Yumpy, and Aaron's.
Yeah.
Hello, guys.
Absolutely. Aaron didn't give me his temp yet, unless he did it over in the other room. Nope. And Yumpy, what was yours, Yumpy? What's your weather? He's my neighbor. So it probably isn't too far off from mine. That's my guess. Oh my goodness. 69 there right now. Yeah, I think we were sitting at 60. I don't know why I want to say 67, but our low is going to be 64. I don't know what it is right now. It didn't tell me. The nerve, I'm telling you. The nerve. Yes. High of 75. Oh, you're five degrees lower than I was. Maybe your weather now is my weather tomorrow, since it says it's supposed to go down a little bit. 55 and cold in that place. 55. Damn, that's chilly. Well, it's not cold, but it's chilly. Yeah, I agree with you there, Yumpy. Absolutely. So, well, that's very good. Now let's see what's going on next week. Next week, we will not be doing rhythm and rhyme, correct? Because next week you're going to be out of town.
I'll be back on Sunday.
You're going to be back in time to get settled in and get your contest and everything all together?
Yep.
Okay, well then, I guess we're doing Sunday. That sounds good to me.
Yeah, you got Quicken next week.
Oh, what do we got this week? I thought we were doing Quicken this week.
No, we'll open this week, Quicken next week.
Oh, Lord, have mercy on my soul. Okay. I thought Quicken was this week. That's why I was like, just trying to figure it out. Oh, Yumpy entered one of your contests, you said. Very good.
Yes, he did. I think he went to the Kerouac.
Oh. It must be your After Midnight show?
Yep.
Very cool. Very cool. Oh, my goodness. Yeah. So let's see. We got everybody covered. We got Melbourne covered. We got Perth covered. We got uh, my neighbor covered. We got Tim covered. And we got you and I covered weather-wise. That concludes our weather report for tonight. Had to say it, had to say it. So, okay, well, we don't have anything real exciting for next week to report then. Pam's covering for you on Friday. And, yeah, you'll be back for Sunday. So, that is pretty simple. Pretty simple. Very good, very good. So, let's see. What else? Well, there's really not a whole lot else. We got a really big board tonight. And
Yeah, you went hog wild.
I did. Well, you took off a week. See what happens? You weren't around last week? All hell broke loose. See? Can I tell you? It's a good board. So I'm happy with that. Absolutely. And yeah. Well, I guess since there's not really much else going on and the weather report's done, I guess maybe I should shut up and get the show started since I filled up the board so good.
Sure.
Sure, he says, sure. Okay, well, the first piece I'm going to put up, well, I figure out how to do this again. I'm going to put up a piece by, what is that? That is not what I want. Oh, yes, it is. Okay, Cosmo Shikazumo, called Collection. So whenever you are ready, Rex.
All right. As soon as it pops up.
Yeah, it didn't come up with his name on it. I don't know why. Oh, it's going to be one of them nights. I can feel it. Oh, well, it didn't show, and that's not there now. Let me refresh this crazy board. Yeah, it just says Collection, Rex. I don't know if you see that.
Yeah. I got to reload.
Okay.
Jeez.
I know. What if we go over to the news site and everything's backwards?
Ah, there it is. Cool. I got it.
All right.
Collection by Cosmos Shikazumo. The sun will be rising soon in this forlorn resting place I call home. Still, I write. Ink flows across parchment in the wide stretch of darkness. Each word pressed harder than the last, as though force alone might make it real. Yes, a voice answered. It will. I stop. You held on every night, it says. Calm. Too calm. You endured. My jaw tightened. Tonight you won't. I breathe in, out, again. For how long will you keep it buried? It continues. I have seen you, bloodied and bruised, snugging at the arms of those who caused it. I am in love, I say, quieter than I intend. A pause, then, you are disillusioned, brother. I have no bro. You did. Something shifts behind my ribs. I see where this ends, it says. I see what becomes of you. You fracture. You rot. Its tone, sharp, not louder but certain. You call it love while it hollows you out like a parasite. My grip trembles. I will not allow that. The words land heavier than they should. I will take what you cannot. I will do what you refuse. The ink pools beneath my hand. I will be you. My pulse stutters. Listen, it whispers, and I do. You all who are downtrodden, bleeding quietly, swallowing every scream, why do you kneel? The air feels thicker now. Why do you let them keep their hands clean while yours are stained? My reflection wavers in the black sheen of ink. There is a language they understand. My fingers begin to curl. Not silence. The nib snaps. Not patience. Ink spills. Thick. Dark. Force. My hand doesn't stop moving. Ink smears, spreads, looks almost. No, I mutter. The voice softens. If you will not open them, it says, I will. A pressure builds in my arms, like something pressing outward from beneath the skin. They carved into you without consequence, it continues. Let me show you how it feels to carve back. My nails drag against my own wrist before I can stop them. Skin parts too easily. I choke on the breath that follows. See, it murmurs, not so difficult. The sting blooms, sharp, immediate, but beneath it, something else. Warm. Every restraint you call virtue, it says, was only fear. My fingers press harder. The cut deepens. Ink and red blur together across the page. And I am done with your fear. The room tilts. Let me teach them your language, it whispers. Let me peel them open the way they did you, slow enough that they understand. My hand shakes, but it doesn't pull away. Let me make them feel every silence you kept. The first light of dawn breaks through the window. Feel it, the voice says. Something inside me gives, not breaks, gives. My reflection smiles before I do. And when they finally beg, it says softly, you will know what you are. The sun has risen. Finally, I read what I had been writing in the cover of the dark, or what we had been writing. The ink is no longer clean. It stutters, doubles back, words carved over words until they blur into something thicker. I say, let my words, no. I say, let my, the line tears through itself. Let them open you the way you open me. Ink pool, smears, push. The word is scratched out so violently, the parchment nearly splits. Push your, my hand trembles, inside until the sentence collapses into jagged strokes, circling the same place over and over, as if trying to force something through the page. Feel it, feel it, feel it. The letters tighten, cramped, suffocating each other. Bones, soft, no, deeper. I don't remember writing that. Search for, no, no, no. The next lines are layered beyond reading, but the shapes, hooks, curves, frantic repetitions, they suggest enough. My stomach turns. Fillet! The word is clearer than the rest, too clear. Fillet the ink trails downward like a slit, or dripped, and the rest of the sentence dissolves into a dark smear, pressed by the heel of my hand. Taste, salt, heat. Words scattered, not sentences anymore, just impulses. A laugh, no, not written, heard. Let me. The line is rewritten 3 times. Let me teach. Let me show. Let me. The last version cuts deeper into the page, the tip nearly puncturing through. What they made of you. My breath catches, the final lines are quieter, smaller, almost careful. Come over yonder. The handwriting steadies. Over the tree line, into the river. A pause. Then you'll see it. The last word is written slowly, deliberately. Collection. Ink gathers at the end of it. Too much, as if the pen lingered there or something else did. Then, just beneath it, different pressure, different hand. Our collection, brother. They will not reach for you again. And boom.
Wow, great read, Rex. Great read. What a strong and powerful piece. Um, it carries such uh, emotion in it and feeling. I picked it up, well, somewhere pluck in the middle of it all. Every restraint you call virtue, it says, was only fear. My fingers press harder. The cut deepens. Ink and red blur together across the page, and I'm done with your fear. The room tilts. Let me teach them your language, it whispers. Let me peel them open the way they did you, slow enough that they understand. My hand shakes, but it doesn't pull away. Let me make them feel every silence you kept. The first light of dawn bleeds through the window. Feel it, the voice says. Something inside me gives. Not breaks, gives. My reflection smiles before I do. And when they finally beg, it says softly, know what you are. And I actually took it down one more stanza after that. But very well written. Um, as I said, strong and powerful lines throughout, and very well done. Uh, I
No,
was going to ask you to read that author's note because I'm really not. I read
let's
like a
see.
line or two.
There he is. I feel really hurt these past few weeks. What began as an attempt to express that hurt shifted into something else entirely. At first, this was supposed to be violent, direct, but the more I wrote, the more qualms I had with the piece. So, I just wrote another piece and I used the violent one as the substrate. I don't know if this is anger, love, or something in between. Maybe that's the point. I feel like this is quieter, but worse than the violent piece because it's psychological, not physical. Anyways, I just hope it feels the way it did when I was writing
Mm,
it. Yeah, it's an emotional roller coaster.
right?
You got pain, you got anguish, you got torture, you got hurt, you've got a sadness and madness on two levels. Madness of literality and madness of in a figurative nature and
Right.
also metaphorically. So he
Mm,
walks a tightrope, especially since he's got the second half of him, his brain, speaking back, yearning to spit out the voice that he keeps hidden. Why? Because he feels safer if he doesn't open his mouth, then he doesn't have to endure any more of what he already is enduring. So he keeps quiet, keeps to himself, and in that, the second voice gives birth to the idea, nah, we can't stay this way. It's damaging. It's destroying you. And in the moment, the second voice is that kind of violence. It offers up the idea of freeing itself to the point where it can let go all of that which has been harbored, hidden, and stuck behind a wall that no one else gets to see, feel, or hear. So the idea is transference, so to speak. Um, what you've done to me, you should feel in the second ounce of this, so that there's a sense of even ground being displayed. So, thank you, Cosmos.
Absolutely. Yeah, it was a great piece. We did the other half of this last week, only because they were both very long. Not last week, the week before. Only because they were both fairly long, and I couldn't put them both on one show. Not with a full board, you know. So, okay. Now this next piece I'm going to put up is called Su Espirito Real by Lockdown Larks. And I have an audio for this one. So, let me hit the button.
Many years ago, one fateful night, sweet 17 lost her dreams. Invaders caused her spirit to fight. Only moon and stars heard her screams. Conquistaron tu ciudad, pero Manuel atinó jamás. Y aunque no tuvieron piedad, tu espíritu brillará. A seamstress walking home alone, with scissors that do not play, the warrior warrior's game. Accosted and the way her life was thrown, they will forever carry their shame. They conquered your city, but Manuela, not you, no, not you. And though they showed no pity, your spirit shone through. Stories were told of her resistance and the fateful circumstance of her demise. The impossible odds of a lost existence, and her strength became their rallying cries. Conquistaron tu ciudad, pero Manuel a ti no jamás. Y aunque no tuvieron piedad, tu espíritu brillará. Killed on the street was no defeat. Born in this moment, the spirit of an opponent. Viva la libertad. Viva la libertad. Viva la libertad. Viva la libertad.
Wonderfully done there, Larks. Thank you for the SoundCloud. Very much appreciated. Hello, Gingini. What do you think?
Hello. I think that this was a great piece by Larks. Very well done, and I thought there was a great tale told in the right. I imagine there's some truth to this story, only because of the way it's done. But I picked it up here. A seamstress walking home alone with only scissors to play the warrior's game, accosted in a way her life was thrown. They must forever carry their shame. They conquered your city, but Manuela, not you. Not you. And though they showed no pity, your spirit shone through. Stories were told of her resistance and the fateful circumstance of her demise, the impossible odds of a lost existence, and her strength became the rallying cries. I think you did a great job with this. The sound was wonderful. And if anybody's interested, I believe somewhere Larks has posted a Spanish version. The whole thing is in Spanish. So
Yeah, it's in the AM.
is that the one? Because I wasn't sure.
Both of them are there.
Okay, I wasn't sure if that's the one I grabbed. But okay, yeah. But I thought he did a great job, and thanks for sharing with us tonight. Well done.
Absolutely. Well, I don't know the history behind this, but obviously, since he does offer a little note, he was in Madrid last year, and he took a walking tour of the Malasaña district and was introduced to the legendary history there. So,
Yeah.
jotted down some notes, and then dug it back up and had Suno wrap some music around it. So I do like that he kept the Spanish flavor, that nice little motif with the guitar and the slap sounds going on with that. So that was cool. I'm gonna have to look up who this was, Manuela, and see what this is all about. Get a better feel.
Absolutely. Okay, Robbie. Well, you have fun with that. He says he's listening on and
Oh,
on.
I didn't know you knew some Spanish there, Gingini.
Not much. Not much. Not much. A little bit. Un poquito. Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, the next piece that I'm going to put up is called "Why Are Two Hearts Better Than One" by Glenn the Goldfish. Glub 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 glub. Just like
Oh, this is right up your alley.
Oh, all right. I didn't have no idea. Okay. Ours are here and there together, and they can and will and want go everywhere together. And though one is over here and one is over there, they are still together, and that is why. End poem.
Short and sweet.
Uh huh.
Nice read there, Jean. Thank you very much. Uh, hey, it hits on that note of with the note of separation. Love still walks its very same tone, no matter how far apart or how near they are. Despite the fact that they're not together in the moment, they are in spirit at that moment. So I can roll on that note. What about you?
Oh yeah, I agree with you 100%. I thought it was a great brevity, and no matter how far you are from someone, doesn't mean that you can't have feelings for them or love them or trust in them. I mean, and I agree with you on that. So, very well done, Glenn the Goldfish. Glub glub. Yes. Um, I can't help to glub glub. Um, but yeah, I liked it. Okay. Gosh. Okay, I'm still typing.
I can't take
Still
it
typing.
anymore. Tell me cuando, para
Oh,
mucho, mi amor.
oh my gosh. Okay, this worked out pretty good. This next piece that I'm going to put up. Thank you for that intermission. We needed it. This one is called The Hunger to Sit Upon the Throne by Pam Ray. And she requested a male voice, so timing. Whenever you're ready, Rex.
The hunger to sit upon the throne by Cameron. I envied those in power who lived and lounged in luxury. I wanted what belonged to the wealthy. I wanted it all for only me. I was in admiration of the king who sat in strength upon his throne, surrounded by his loyal subjects, a rich man who never was alone. I groveled and I grumbled, saying life it was not fair. The king declared, Damocles, trade with me, sit upon this throne if you would dare. I smiled with sheer delight, a trade that offered me the upper hand. How wonderful to be worshipped as the regal lord of this great land. I entered the throne room, the people all curtsied and bowed. I was thrilled within my spirit as each one spoke a loyal vow. Then came a grand feast with an assortment of rich foods. I thought how ridiculous it surely seems that any royal person would be in a bad mood. The comforting wine flowed like a river, crimson, sweet, and strong. I gulped from a silver chalice greedily, every drop declaring nothing could go wrong. The court jester and magician made me loudly guffaw with glee. I delighted in their every antic as I treasured sweets and mead. Then came the dancing women in costumes that accentuated curves. I felt the heat of flickering flames from the lightning of my nerves. They were all so beautiful and sensual, graceful gyrations of the hips and thighs. Their jeweled arms swayed above their hips. My inner beast could barely be disguised. I knew without a single doubt I'd be betting at least one or two, and I would rise to the occasion as any lord would surely do. I looked up towards the heavens, where the gods all gather and sing, and saw to my horror, hanging above my head, an iron sword held by a fragile string. A deep voice whispered to me, Damocles, I hope now you can see clear. The sword that could kill you any second is the constant presence of betrayal, for which every king must be aware. And poem.
Nice read, Rex. I think this was a wonderful piece penned by Pam. Great stanzas throughout, and I thought the story was well told. Um, and I picked this up. I guess I could have picked it really up anywhere, but I like the ending of this. I looked up towards the heavens where the gods all gather and sing, and saw to my honor hanging above my horror, hanging above my head, an iron sword held by a fragile string. A deep voice whispered to me, Damocles, I hope now you can see clear. This sword that could kill you any second. is the constant presence of betrayal, of which every king must be aware. Um, I mean, the story was so well told, and I think PM did a great job. Her rhyme and meter, as always, is um, spot on and very well done. So thank you, Pam, for sharing with us tonight. Great job.
Yeah, parts of this had me thinking of Mel Brooks's History of the World Part One, the French Revolution.
Uh,
And you got Mel Brooks as King Louis. Count the money, count the money, count the money. That's du monnaie, du monnaie. Whatever. Anyway, piss boy, bring the bucket.
oh God.
And then the king rolls over to one of the girls bending over the hedges, big old dresses bulging out, and he womps up on her. Then comes back smiling and says, "It's good to be the king." Until you realize, hey, everybody wants a piece of your ass, and they're willing to stab you in the back.
Yep.
So, hence the sword of Damocles. It's never a good life, no matter how much you think it is. Because
Yes.
royal courts are nasty places.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Bickering, bitchery, forgery, and, of course, poison. Or a shiv in the back.
Absolutely. Ah, ah, yes. Tis nothing safe. Oh my goodness. My nose is itchy. That means I'm gonna have a fight or kiss a fool.
Oh, you snort pepper again, huh?
No. 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 No pepper. No pepper. Not even salt. Ah. My goodness. Okay. Let me see now. This next piece I'm going to put up is called Worlds Apart by Poetically Written. Well, maybe. If the site decides to work with me. Crazy stuff. Oh, that's one of my prompts for my last Wednesday I did.
Okay.
This must have gotten carried ahead. A different, a different line inside his song. Those special times he'd felt at home. Those special rhymes still linger on. Note, different lines may take too long. This growing old has grown him mad, that good little boy that went so bad. A broken nose from good old dad. Some memories still he wished he had. I read your thoughts, you read 'em wrong. That little boy felt right at home. That little man who'd picked the past has built a world he'd hoped would last. So bridges built from
Hmm.
dirt and sand, so people with no legs to stand, so people craving mannequins, that little boy was now a man. Not just a man, a little more. He knew this world was done for sure. Scribbles, scratches, nature's home, a different side, the road we're on. End poem. Okay.
Oh, it's read Jen Janey. Well, it's kind of a tale of hmm, that opening kind of hits a little different. A different line inside his song. These special times he felt at home. Those special rhymes still linger on. No, different lines may take too long. It's an adjustment. Then that sort of this growing old is growing him mad. That good little boy that went so bad. A broken nose with good old dad. Some memories still he wished he had. Memories. That would be the idea of not forgetting what put him on this path to begin with, and and how what then led to him being who and what he has become. Because that's hit on the idea of the good little boy that went so bad. Uh, and then the idea saw bridges built from dirt and sand, so people with no legs to stand. So people craving mannequins. That little boy was now undead. So I guess right, this would be the that which the imagery and the toils of life that were born upon the boy are now reflected in the man as he's gotten older, because all those memories, all those touches of little things, both major and minor, have affected him in such a manner that he is who he is because of how he was shaped by his youthful years. Uh, then the back end of this, it hits on a note of regret. He knew this world was done for sure. Scribble scratches, nature's home, and different sides of the road were on. I think he's finding at that note of regret. Some of the things he's done, as opposed to what he now thinks he should have done, or maybe taken another road, another path. What about you?
Well, I thought this was a nice piece, and it was a clever take on the prompt in general. I moved it to Friday because it just didn't suit a Wednesday theme. I didn't find it seductive or sensual. Um, but I,
No,
but
it
the
didn't.
piece, but the piece was strong for what it was. Excuse me. I picked it up right from the beginning. A different line inside his song. Those special times he'd felt at home. Those special rhymes still linger on. Note, different lines may take too long. This growing old has grown him mad. That that good little boy that went so bad. A broken nose from a good dad. Some memory still he wished he had. Um, and it was a well done piece. As I say, it just didn't suit the that Wednesday feel. I didn't want to throw the whole show by putting this poor piece up about this poor kid who got his nose broken by his dad. But thank you for sharing with us tonight. Much appreciated. Poetically written. Good job. Good job.
Back to you, Gene.
Back to me. Ding. Oh, I'm coming back to you, Rex.
I know.
Absolutely. Okay. And this piece is called There Are Rainbows in the Basement, but Please Don't Go and Check by Ben Hart. So whenever you are ready.
Okay. There are rainbows in the basement, but please don't go and check. By Ben Hart. Violet. Some senses are memorials. I will forever lay flowers by the smell of a lunchbox that has carried home an apple core, and the sound of a wood pigeon cooing when tides of dusk lap at the shores of the longest day, and the sight of a woman framed by an open window, whispering to me only in smoke the depths of night, and the feeling of scar tissues meeting for the very first time somewhere in the dark. Indigo. Some tides are not promised to the moon. Some are moving toward even the distant-most stars. Perhaps it was one of those that carried you away. Now you perish again in every second glance, and the corners of my eyes are a graveyard where the stones only hold a single name. Blue. And when it fell, rain on the glacier, nobody called it a suicide. But I think sometimes it's good to mourn the changing of state. I am 759 days sober now, and in that time I have written 215 poems, and all of them have been a eulogy to the people we cannot hold on to or ever be again. Green, all must die. May it ease you, these moments amid death, these shimmering dreams of green in a maelstrom sleep. Some will go their whole lives without wondering if this universe is not just a drop of lichen upon a stone called God. Yellow. My dear, if anything had ever stood a chance of rearing the sunflowers of my heart from the toothless cruelty of death, it would have been you. But alas, you only existed in touch, and I, well, not so much. Orange. Some things exist only because they cannot be touched, like the sunlight that slumbers in the back garden as stowaways and calls of rain. One shattered ocean harboring another, a universe changing to a clothesline. They talk in their sleep, but it's still all in Radiohead lyrics. Red. Sometimes our tears become weapons of mass destruction, In a sense, I am a product of a myriad of intimate apocalypses. Sometimes I sit and watch the eidolon grazing the fields, and I cannot help but wonder if darkness finally flooding this room called light is really such a bad thing. And
Yeah.
there you go, Gin Genie.
Yeah. There's never a here you go Gin Genie when it comes to Ben Hart. Because Gin Genie's always sitting here going, wow. Hmm. First off, I appreciate his use of color as the beginning of each of these. I'm sure that there's some symbolism to this, and I don't want to pretend like I know because I'm not going to. But I did pick this up at the sixth vignette, orange. Sometimes, no, let me try it again. Some things exist only because they cannot be touched, like the sunlight that slumbers in the back garden as stowaways and calls of rain. One shattered ocean harboring another, a universe clinging to a clothesline. They talk in their sleep, but it's all in Radiohead lyrics. He's got such a wonderful way of uh, creating his poetry, and each one of these vignettes, and on its own, um, is pretty awesome. Pulling it all together is pretty amazing. Seven was also another one I kind of liked. Not kind of liked, but you know what I mean. Um, he's just got such a great way of expressing himself in his poetry. And I always find that to be admirable. He says here one is a mix of sense based memories. Two is Orpheus, draft from February 2026. Three is all new. He has different, some of these are older and, you know, bits and pieces, I guess, that he saved. Six is all new. Seven is all new. This might be a bit messy, but hey, it's like an old Ben Hart poem in that sense. So I mean, he breaks it down a bit, and I appreciate that. Sometimes you have to go back through those drafts and pull some of these memories and ideas up, and kind of fill in the blanks a little bit. Sometimes for yourself, sometimes for others. It all depends. But very well done, and I think that it's nicely done and very, very well written. So thank you very much, Ben Hart, for sharing with us.
Nice. Well, each of these revolving notes of color from violet to we got a indigo, green, yellow, red. They all walk and orange. They all walk a singular note of death. Each reflects a different tone, and how I guess how it affects you different stages. You open up that note of violet, some memorials, some senses on memorials, and that idea was and the sight of a woman framed by an open window, whispering to me only in smoke, the depth of night, and the feeling of scar tissues meeting for the very first time, somewhere in the dark. Again, the loneliness that walks within that one, and uh, in indigo, you've got now you perish again in every second glance, and the corners of my eyes are a graveyard where the stones only hold a single name. I love that one. And then we get on but I think sometimes it's good to mourn the changing of state. Then you listen to that note. I am 759 days sober now, and in that time I've written 215 poems, and all of them have been a eulogy to the people we cannot hold on to or ever be again. So the loss isn't just the idea of those that have passed on in death, it's also the idea of the changing face of us, because in those notes of change, some part of us has to give way, which in itself is a kind of a death note to what that person was then, but is now moving into a newer realm. So that idea of 759 days sober hits on the idea of giving up whatever the angle was that you were into, that was your drug of choice, so to speak, was the death of that person in the moment. And then you walk into that film, Dreams of Green and Maelstrom Sleep. Some will go the whole night without wondering if this universe is not just a drop of light upon a stone cold God. And that kind of note to death again. And he hits on the toothless cruelty of death. Oof, I like that line.
Absolutely.
But still, I'm going on the thought that it kind of rolls into that note. The stages of death we go through. This kind of walks on this very same note, but in a colored version, which bites at those thoughts of angry and then jealousy and all the other notes that come until you finally come to the conclusion of acceptance.
Absolutely.
But thank you, Ben.
Mm-hmm. And hello, Monarch.
Hello, Monarch.
Hello.
Oh, there she is.
Oh, you're here. I didn't know that.
Yes, ma'am.
I am here.
Yes, she is. She's here to read her piece.
Oh, cool.
Okay. And this piece is called The Oak Droops by Monarch Soul. So whenever you're ready, Monarch.
Did we
Yeah,
lose Monarch?
I don't know.
Did you lose me?
No,
Yeah.
there you are.
Hold on. Hold on a second.
Okay.
Let me try again.
Okay. Nothing's happening. It must be
Are you still not getting anything?
Yeah.
Hold on. Give me a moment.
What is it you're trying to do, Monarch?
It's not letting me use StreamYard and look at my poem at the same time. Hold on. Give me a minute.
Oh, are you on a phone? You gotta have two windows.
Yeah, let me see if I can figure that out. Phil, do you want to move on to the next one and come back to me and let me figure this out?
Sure.
Okie dokie.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well,
Hello, Jeannie. Hello, Ginny. Hello, Sapphire. Here comes Winnie.
okay. Let me put this next one up. And take that last one down.
Hey, go get Leopold and bring him downstairs, please.
Okay. This next piece that I put up is called I Would Have or Should I by Avara248. If the paper crumbs left on your table weren't of the letter I gave, I would have called. If the caller tune of yours didn't sing the song she likes, I would have called. If I didn't see the umbrella we shared in the dustbin outside your home, I would have called. If the curtains of your window were still of the color I fancy, I would have called. But I tried opening the door of your home with the key you gave, and it has opened. Now I wonder if I should call. End poem.
Great read, Ginny. Uh, I like that note. I would have, or should I? A quiet note, especially considering um, witnessing that letter that was given was but the crumbs left on the table, the shredding note, um, and that note of the phone offering up her song choice to display her, and the curtains no longer the ones she fancied color wise. But it's all hits on that idea of somebody moving on, and that note of not really her having not moved on fully in the moment. It's that repeat note, I would have called, I would have called, I would have called. So not letting go on one end while seeing the other end of her as having moved on because it ripped up later the song on the phone that offers up who is now in his life. The idea of what was once shared now in the garbage can outside the home, and thinking so little or so easily of drawing down the curtains that once represented her. Well, they're not the same color anymore. So that idea is he's fully moved on, she hasn't, and that back end of this. Now I wonder if I should call. Now, don't intrude. You're not well wanted in the moment, and you shouldn't interfere. What about you, Ginny?
Well, I thought this was nicely written. I looked at it as this all these lines of clues. If the caller tune of yours didn't sing a song she likes, if I didn't see the umbrella we shared in the dustbin outside your home, if the curtains of your window were still the color I fancy, I would have called. But then I tried opening the door of your home with the key you gave, and as it opened, and it has opened, now I wonder if should I call. What's going to be on the other side of that door is basically what I got from this. All of a sudden you think, well, all those other things kept me from calling, and now I wonder, should I really be here or should I have called? So I thought it was nicely done by Avara, and I hope I said her name in the beginning. I would have, or should I, by Avara.
That sounds right.
Yeah. So I mean that's what I got from it, and I thought it was nicely done. Um, but and yeah, so great job. Well, hello,
Oh, I
Mon.
hate kitties. Haha.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
Mhm. Did you happen to hear the piece?
I did.
Okay.
I did get to hear it. And I liked it. And to answer the question, no, don't call. He just forgot to change his locks.
Yes, there won't be a good ending at that note, or a good
No, it wouldn't be. But I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the repetition of I would have called. I enjoy. I really enjoyed the way they sort of drug you through all of the little things and questioning themselves at the end. I think there are many people in the world who have asked themselves the same question.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Okay. Well, did you find the poem, Monarch?
Yes, I did.
Okay. So the next piece I'm going to put up is called "The Oak Droops" by Monarch Soul. Whenever you're ready.
The oak droops, branches scraping the ground, searching for dropped tears. Leaves swarm in concert with shifting sands as the air waits for clouds to sing. Evergreen nettles bloom into cherry blossoms and fly south for the winter. The orange peels carry their burden of flesh across plains to find new roots. Dandelion seedlings breathe life into mountain springs, merging into white rapids on rocks. Mother Willow reaches for the horizon with outstretched arms to rock a missing child to sleep and home.
Very read, Mona. Thank you very much. Oh, Jeannie.
Give me a second. At first, though, I thought it was very well written, Monarch. I like the thoughts that you've expressed throughout each one of the stanzas. You know, leaves swarm in concert with shifting sands as the wind waits for clouds to sing. Evergreen nettles bloom into cherry blossoms and fly south for the winter. The orange peels carry their burden of flesh across the plains to find new roots. You know, I guess what I got from it is, you know, these things all change, you know, but they move. The nettles move along. The orange seeds, I guess, find another place to go in my mind. Dandelion seedlings breathe like life into mountain springs, merging into white rapids on rocks. You know, it continues. Life continues. Maybe in a different place, maybe at a different. Uh, how do I want to say that? I don't know, but that final stanza, Mother Willow reaches for the horizon with outstretched arm to rock a missing child to sleep. You know, life goes on, you know, for everything in nature. And I guess that's what I took from it, you know, but I thought it was nicely written and very well done.
Thank you.
All right, thank you, Jean. Uh, I like the nature angle with this because it sings very nicely. It does offer up that idea of how we are still nature bound by rote, even if we ignore it for the most part and try to exercise it from who and what we really are. This even that to that note of rock a missing child to sleep. The back end just walks on that note of even if that wasn't a missing child, you could relate it to like that idea of the bite at how one the oak droops. So you look at the kid who's played all day. He's starting to sag, and maybe a little irritated in the moment. You get that thought of the shifting sands as being the Sandman coming along, and then you hit on the orange peel that had me thinking of dreams unfurling in the moment, and the dandelion again that role within that the dreams keep flowing over and over into the next, and the back end is that how if we were to accept nature for what it really is and what it binds us with, then we'd be a lot happier than we are today.
Robbie says it sounds
Hello,
like
little one.
you are enjoying yourself.
Yeah, you can say hello. Hello, kitty.
Hello.
It's Leopold. He's the baby.
He's got a hell of a voice on him. I want
Yes.
attention, please. Oh yeah,
Yes.
see, I'm gonna be involved in that very shortly next week. So I guess I better get used to it.
That's right. That's right. That's right. Okay. You're gonna hang on to
Thank
us here
God I
for a
don't have to
while?
worry about that. The what?
No, unfortunately, I can't. They're gonna need my attention here real quick. So.
Okay, Monarch. Well, thanks for calling in and thanks for sharing your
Yeah.
poem.
Thank you. Have a
Yeah.
good night.
Bye bye.
Bye, kitty. Bye, Monarch. Hello,
Bye.
hello, hello.
Okay. Okay, Rex. I'm coming back
Back
to
to
you.
you, Jin
No, back
Jin.
to you, Rex. This piece is called After the First War by Vizago.
After the First War by Blazago. The saga's never told where the Valkyries came from. This is my version. This is the saga as I write it. After the first great war against the air, Azer, when gods fought gods and the sky itself forgot who it belonged to, we died. Not in songs, not in glory, in mud, in silence, with shields broken and names no one carried home. We were the ones who stood too long, the ones who didn't run when the gods turned on each other, and when it ended, no hall opened, no hand reached down, only him, Odin, walking the field, not to mourn, to choose. You stood, he said, like that was a gift. He did not take us to rest, he kept us, gave us wings that do not free, only carry. Now we walk the same fields we once fell on. We choose as we were chosen. Freya takes the first, she always has. She sees something we no longer remember. We take what remains. And every time I kneel beside the fallen, I see her, who I was before I stood again. They call us Valkyries, choosers of the slain. They don't say we were the first to be left behind. And poem. Oh, 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 oh.
Yes, nice
Ooh,
piece,
I like
Vizago.
that.
Yeah, yeah, this is a good one. I liked it from the beginning. The saga's never told where the Valkyries came from. This is my version. This is the saga as I write it. Uh, I thought that was a great way to start in on this. Um, but I jumped down here. I picked it up here. We were the ones who stood too long, the ones who didn't run when the gods turned on each other. And when it ended, no hall opened, no hand reached down, only him, Odin, walking the field, not to mourn, to choose. You stood, he said, like that was a gift. He did not take us to rest. He kept us, gave us wings that do not free, only carry. Um, and I could have gone down about the next section, where we went on about Freya. But I think that this is well written and very, very nicely done. So thank you, Vizago, for sharing with us. It's a great piece, very well written.
Yeah, I like that note of giving rise to where the Valkyries came from and why they do what they do. And because it does, as he hits at the back end, we were the first to be left behind, the forgotten ones, the ones that nobody worried about because we had already perished. So we
Yeah,
weren't going to Valhalla. We weren't to be sitting at the table with Odin, drinking mead and feasting, so to speak. We were the again that quiet note. There's almost an angry note in this. The idea of we were chosen to take the chosen to their duly noted place of residence, but we are not part of that residence, so to speak. So it's like an outside note of we are always on the outside, yet we do the delivering. Ooh, kind of a
right,
cold note.
right, absolutely. Okay, I have to figure out what site I'm on so I know what button I have to hit next. Ay, ay, ay.
The one that works.
Well, yeah, if only it came with a sign that says this one works. Uh, okay, so the next piece I'm going to put up is, I have to tune up. Me. This
Oh,
is
you're
called
going to sing again, huh?
this is called Light Castles by Errant Panther. So let me go hit the button because I have an audio for this. Here we go.
Hmm.
years of power drowned in the rain. Like castles we fall, no crown to save. Built on pride, now a shallow grave. The weight of glory, too much to hold. Dust in the wind from stories told. Shattered mirrors reflecting my face. Once a king, now a broken disgrace. The fire that burned turned to cold ash. Dreams of forever gone in a flash. Like castles we fall, no crown to save. Built on pride, now a shallow grave. The weight of glory, too much to hold. Dust in the wind from stories told. Stone by stone, it all comes apart. The empire built on a hollow heart. The wind it howls through the empty halls. No one to answer the ghostly calls. Like castles we fall, no crown to save. Built on pride, now a shallow grave. The weight of glory, too much to hold. Dust in the wind from stories told.
Nice.
Excellent. Nicely done there, Aaron. Thank you for the SoundCloud. Very much appreciated. All right, Jen Janey.
Yeah, I like this all the way through. Each one of the verses was well done. I like the chorus and the bridge as well. That doesn't really leave too much else, does it? Huh? No, it doesn't. But I really did like it very much. I think that it was an excellent bridge and chorus. I love the choice of music and voice. And I think you did a wonderful job, Aaron. I really enjoyed it. So thanks for sharing with us. Really well done.
Absolutely. This kind of remind me of the Triple Crown defeat back in, started in 1307, but ended up in 1314. The downfall of the Templars, the Philip the Fair of France, plus the his buddy Pope Clement. They all wanted what both of them wanted what the Templars had, which was a lot of money, because they were the kings of banking back then, and they didn't get it. And even with the note of the grand guy of the Templars being burned at the stake in 1314, he promised both Philip and Clement that they would join him on the other side by the end of the year, and both did.
Right.
This walks that very flavor for me. So I like that. Thank you, Aaron.
Absolutely. Mm. Okay. Let me see now. This next piece I'm going to put up is called Confusing by DJGS117. So, here we go.
Oh, I thought you were just telling us your mood.
No, that's
Hmm.
Confused. Confused. I love it. Uh, okay.
Oh, damn, you got lucky. Another shorty.
Can I tell you? So it's rough because there's certain ones I want you to read tonight. So I'm just bouncing around. But yes, lucky me, lucky me. Okay, Confusing by DJGS117. An inquiring desire, a fiery igniter, light but wide, louder but quieter, a cold denier, swift and wild, engorging and enforcing, endorse things, hold, also try, consuming and protruding, assume dreams, release without sigh. End poem.
Great read there, Jin Jin. Thank you very much. Go get yourself a sapphire chaser for that long read.
Yes, I think I must drink something.
I
Mm,
like this. It doesn't walk that note of being a rhyming piece, but it does rhyme itself uh, with the end line. So I like this. That note of confusing being the idea of what well, especially since he hits on the assumed dreams released without sight. The idea of how dreams become a confusing atmosphere because they roll one into another. They really don't have an end note because we're trying to the mind is on the back end. It is trying to rally out those things that left their mark on us during the day, but we gave them no never mind as a conscious thought. So it gets worked out in the dream world, and sometimes we remember, sometimes we don't. So it kind of walks on that idea of how confusing that could be to sit and walk within that realm and try to understand everything that's unfolding in the moment. Yeah, um, I, you got the fire at night, the light, you got louder but quiet, you got cold to go along with the fire, uh, engorging and enforcing, consuming and protruding. So everything seems to be at odds with each other. And so in
right,
that note, yes, it would be a bit confusing.
right, right. Well, I thought it was a clever brevity. In the author's notes, it says, I like to play with dichotomy. This came to me in 5 minutes on my couch, and I felt the need to put it down. And, it was a clever brevity, and I thought it was a nice 5 minute wonder. Um, drawing in all the differences and thoughts thereof. I mean, nice piece. So nicely done, DJGS 117. And thanks for sharing with us tonight. Absolutely. Uh, yeah, exactly. That's what I just said. Didn't you remember?
Yes, confusing.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Okay. So, this next one, Rex, I'm going to have you read.
Of
And
course
guess
you is.
I am. This is called 7 Months by Manu. So let me put this up. And then I'll put it over here. And whenever you are ready.
All right. There it is. 7 Months by Manu. You stand beside the window, holding the last light of evening on your body. The dress no longer falls the same way. Nothing does. Your belly rises before you, round, solemn, radiant, as harvest carried carefully through rain. I watch your hands rest there without thinking, already belonging to two lives at once. Child has changed your body with patient authority. Your breasts, full and now, move with a new gravity, tender, heavy with future nourishment. I remember them once, quick beneath my palms, restless as startled birds. Now they seem ancient, earth-wise, ripened by secret labor. At night, I lie beside you, listening to your sleep deepen, one arm curved over the child's hidden feet. Sometimes the skin of your stomach trembles, a small movement passing beneath, and wonder enters the room with such force I cannot speak. There is another heartbeat moving under your warmth, another future turning beneath my hand. I kiss the faint dark line running down your belly, this beautiful mark your body writes when love becomes flesh. I look at you undressing, one careful gesture at a time. I feel the strange holiness of witnessing change while it is happening. The body I first desired has not vanished. Still, desire remains, deeper now, less hurried, full of awe. Open to blood, to time, to creation itself. You are no longer only woman, no, nor only beloved. You have become field, shoreline, harbor, a place where life gathers strength before entering the world. Sometimes you catch me staring at your altered form, your swollen breast, your beautiful exhaustion, and ask softly, what? How can I answer? How can I explain? You have taught me that beauty ripens, deepens, becomes more mysterious the closer it comes to giving life. Tonight you sleep already, one hand beneath your belly, rain touching the roof of the house in long silver lines. I remain awake beside you, watching the rise and fall of your breathing, feeling the child move once against my palm, and I think, there are men who search the earth for miracles. I have placed my hand upon one. And poem.
Uh,
There you
ah,
go, Ginny.
I
That's something you
know.
can
I
sink your
love.
teeth into.
I love this poem. I really did. I came across this on the reading list the other day. Well, last week, and I read it, and I was like, ah, got to grab this one. I thought it was beautifully written. Uh, it was a loving and tender piece, and it expressed. I thought love was expressed so well in this. There's so many great stanzas and lines in it that I felt were so I don't know, just wonderful to me. Um, where is it? I picked it up here. You are no longer only woman, nor only beloved. You have become field, shoreline, and harbor, a place where life gathers strength before entering the world. Sometimes you catch me staring at your altered form, your swollen breast, your beautiful exhaustion, and ask softly, what? How can I answer? How can I explain? You have taught me that beauty ripens, deepens, becomes more mysterious the closer it comes to giving life. Um, tonight you sleep already. One beneath your belly, rain touching the roof of the house in long silver lines. I don't know. I think the whole thing was just gorgeous, and I could probably take it from the beginning to the end and grab up each one of the lines, but I'm going to refrain because I know you'll all be ready to hurt me. Ha! So anyway, just beautiful. Beautiful piece, Manu, and thanks for allowing us to read it tonight.
It is a lovely piece. And it works well because he uses 7 months, that note of that in between world, that twilight zone where it's fully formed and on the verge of being born, yet not quite there. That just a little realm before everything becomes positive in the moment of birth. So you get all these little angles to dip into the movement inside the belly, uh, the note of the dark stripe down the belly, the idea of swollen breast, the note of what is coming because of what was shared between the two, and that idea on the back end of this, that last line, the last
All right.
couple lines.
Uh,
There are men who search the earth for miracles. I have placed my hand upon one. Yes, birth, the making of another being is a miracle in and of itself because of all that needs to happen within that tiny sphere to begin with. And
Absolutely.
then what happens as it progresses. So the seventh month angle was a perfect note because he gets to offer up that awe because he realizes the becoming will be coming soon, yet it hasn't arrived yet, and this is a special moment.
Yeah, because I was going to go back to those last few lines had you not done it, because I went, wait a minute, Gene, wait a minute, you missed something here. But yeah, so I'm glad you hit on that. Absolutely a beautiful piece. Oof, oof, my foot. God dang it. Okay. Oof, oof, oof. Don't mind me. It's just my foot. Okay. This next piece that I'm going to put up is called. Oh, I almost put it in the wrong room. I don't think Concrete Poetry Jungle would have understood. This is called Defense by Mick Badalamenti. M. Badalamenti is the screen name. Okay. An old picket fence stands alone out where the wild grass grows, a single length out of joint, stretching from post to point. Who chose where it would end? What property line did it mend? Did it keep someone out? Did it keep something in? What purpose fades beneath white chipped skin? Why does it stand there alone? Perhaps I'll never know. End poem.
Oh, that's right, Gene. You're certainly getting lucky on the shorties here, aren't you?
Yeah, yeah. I wrote them all down and I put them on a
Of course
separate
you
piece
did.
of paper for me. Oh my gosh.
I like the note of that because you come across little items like this, that single line of fence with the busted up note. It's falling apart, paint's all chipped away, and he offers up the idea, the questions: what's it all about? What was once here that it protected, or since it is a white picket type of fence, it it was had something to do with a home at one point in time. Yet it's not nothing there except the fence itself. So you get to imagine
Right.
and more about you question what was really here. So the idea is that it keeps you questioning, keeps you keeps the thought alive as to why, because it's the only thing in this field that actually makes a bit of sense past the grass, the long tall grass that's there. And
Absolutely. Um, First of all, I thought it was a great take on that prompt, that image. Because when you first look at it, you go, yeah. There's something beautiful about the image too. The sky, the whole thing combined is just
yeah, because everything else is almost is the backdrop, because
yeah,
the fence is forefront.
yep,
Yet it's still a stark image.
yes. But I thought that there were great thoughts and questions posed in the piece itself. And they were all valid. When you look at the image, you go, yeah, that's a pretty valid question. Like where was it? Did it keep someone out? Did it keep something in? What purpose fades beneath white chip skin? Why does this stand there alone? Perhaps I'll never know. You kind of you look at it and it just has its own. Wow, hang on a second. Its own uh, great questions to it. And I think he addressed the image nicely in the piece. So excellent job, and thanks for sharing with us tonight, Mick. Appreciate it very much. Um, yes, yes, yes. Almost, Rex. I'm almost ready.
That's all right. Maybe I should go a little slower.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's been a couple of weeks.
Yes, it has, but that's okay. I'm cool with that. Okay, the next piece I'm going to put up for you is called Dreams of the Dark Mind by Yumpy. So let me put it up. Me, 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 me. Okay, I'm getting there. I just have to find the room again. Okay, and whenever you are ready.
Dreams of the Dark Mind by Yumpy. Dreams of the Dark Mind. From childhood's hour, from childhood's hour I walked alone through haunted halls of flesh and bone, where whispers crawl and shadows leer. I peered into the depth of fear. Deep into that darkness peering, long I stood there wondering, fearing, if what I saw was truly mine, or but a trick by pure design. Is all we see or seem to find a vision within my dreaming mind, each echo born of silent screams, each heartbeat wrapped in broken dreams? I became insane, or so they say, my sanity rots day by day, but truth's a blade with double gleam, reality just a fractured seam. And still the night with hollow eyes peers back through veils of masked disguise. It hums a dirge the stars repeat. In rhythms dark my will depletes. The moon, a witness pale and cold, unfurls her grief in ghostly mold, and on her lips a silent prayer for all who dream but perish there. My soul drifts on between the streams of memory and shadowed dreams, forever lost, forever bound, where thought and madness circle round. For in the dark I come to see there lies no truth nor sanity, just echoes of what once was mine, a mind that dreamed itself divine. And poem.
Nice
There
read,
you
right?
go, Dean.
Yeah, this is a great piece. I love the Poe feel all throughout. You know, uh, he carries that note so well all the way through. Um, is all we see or seem to find a vision within my dreaming mind, each echo born of silent screams, each heartbeat wrapped in broken dreams. I became insane, or so they say. My sanity rots day by day. For truth's a blade with golden gleam, reality just a fractured seam. Uh, stanza is very well done, and the rhyme scheme is great. And he has a few prompts here, too. Deep into the darkness peering, long I stood there wondering, fearing. And then, is all that we see or seem but a dream within a dream? I became insane with long intervals of horrible sanity. And then, from childhood's hour, I have not been as others were. I have not seen. So, I mean, I think that it was a wonderful. I don't want to use the words mashup, but a wonderful pulling together of all those prompts throughout, and it was very well done. Great lines there, Yumpy, and great piece. So, thanks for sharing.
Nice. All right,
Hmm.
from the title and into how it flowed, it had me thinking of Poe. And then he rolled into that one stanza. I became insane, or so they say, my sanity rots day by day. But truth's a blade with double gleam, reality just a fractured seam. There's the play on that angle of insanity and illusion, and what one sees when one dips too far into the darkness as itself, as that note of when one looks too long into the abyss looks back. So this kind of quantifies that essence, and even though it doesn't offer the idea of this is Poe itself, it walks that note because of how it rhymes and how it flows, and it does kind of if he was to sit down and actually think about it back in the day, he kind of would have walked this note because he did dip into the darkness and maybe spent too much time within the darkness because of the darkness that surrounded him with those that he lost along the way while losing himself afterwards.
Hmm.
So nicely done, Yappy. Thank you very much.
Absolutely. And okay. Okie dokie. Now, let me go back. And
Back to you,
hang on.
Gingini.
Gray Eyes just pulled in. I have a feeling I'm supposed to pick him up. If I don't, then I'm wrong. So I'm going to pick him up. Hello, Gray Eyes.
Hello, Fillmyeyes, and hello, Rex.
How are you,
Oh
dear?
boy, there's a little
I'm
bit of
good,
a
thanks.
pun
How
in
are you
that
guys
one.
doing?
All righty, what's going on?
Not a lot, not a lot. Got done with dinner and everything. Figured I'd call in.
See that? It's so nice. I'm glad you did. I'm glad that you did. Ah, okay. Well, and just so everybody's aware, hey, where the heck did Rex go?
Yeah, I know. I come in each split.
Yeah, what's up with that? The nerve of some folks.
All right.
Yeah. Well, make us dock your pay, Rex. I
Right, exactly.
was just getting ready to tell a joke that the eyes have it, and boy, do we. Oh, my gosh. Mm-mm-mm. Well, Gray, I'm going to put this next piece up for you to read. Since
Alrighty.
you showed up here just in time. This piece is called Orbit by Bomb Supply. There he is. I hear him.
Alrighty, here we go. Orbit by Bomb Supply. I circle you with both my eyes and feet, studying you. The contrapposto stance, the furtive dare of your grin, statuesque you stand. Mine is an orbit. I have become enraptured in the gravity of you. Is it I or this room that spins? Perhaps whichever explains my dizziness. Sun you are, each spin around you, a warm gift, but a warmer one awaits when the time comes that your gaze meets mine, and I, in punch drunk love, wonder, have your eyes always been this green and full?
Nice read,
Great
Gray.
read there, Gray. Thank you very much. All right, Gingini.
Ah, well, I'm supposed to be on the ball, too. Did you enjoy your little,
Yeah, I pulled you. I hit the wrong button.
see? See, it doesn't just happen to me. I thought this was a nicely penned piece by Bomb Supply. When you first see Orbit, you're going, okay, what is this? But let me see where I'm going to pick this up. Mine is an orbit. I have become enraptured in the gravity of you. Or is it, or, wait, let me try this again. The way he wrote it, maybe. Mine is an orbit. I have become enraptured in the gravity of you. Is it I or this room that spins? Perhaps whichever explains my dizziness. Sun you are, each spin around you a warm gift, but a warmer one awaits. When time comes that your gaze meets mine, and I, in punch drunk love, wonder, have your eyes always been this green? I think it's a neat nod to someone that you really are in love with or crazy about or however you want to say it. Just very well done. So thank you, Bomb Supply, for sharing with us tonight.
Oh, thank you, Gingini.
You're welcome.
Gray, you got to read it. How about you?
Yeah, I'm all about cosmic love poems, and this one really hit the mark. It pulled me in like a black hole. Um, it just sucked me right in, and I enjoyed the whole rate. Great job, Bomb Supply. Pleasure to read it.
Yeah, thank you, Gray. This kind of hit that note of the butterflies in the stomach moments where everything kind of falls apart and you're just kind of left dazed because he hit on that note. And I am punch drunk love wonder.
Absolutely.
Have your eyes always been this green? Kind of that he's been so glazed over the moment that he didn't realize, oh wow, got some really dark green eyes. I like that. But yeah, It's that note of awe and losing all manner of self in the moment.
Mhm.
So, nice. Yeah, bomb supply. That's a new name. Thank you.
If I'm correct, Phil My Eyes has green eyes, don't you, Phil?
Shh. Yes, they do.
Yeah, I thought this
Well,
poem was about you.
Oh, yeah,
that makes
right. Mhm.
that makes two of us because it ain't about me.
Trust me, it ain't
You know what
about
the
me.
best. You know what the best part about green eyes is?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure where you're going to go with this, Rex, so I'm not going to bite real quick.
When you've been drinking a lot or you've been getting high and you got that red glow in your eyes, looks like a bloody Christmas tree.
There you
Right.
go. I don't do those things. I don't do those things. Just saying. I'm just saying.
Once upon a time.
Yes, once upon a time. Okay, let me see now. I have the
There
next.
was tequila and petals of lime.
No, I never did hangovers, Rex. I got to say that's the truth. One time I had a hangover and it was wine. That was it.
Ooh, that's those are nasty ones too.
That was the only time I ever had a hangover in my life. Once.
You know what the best cure for a hangover is?
Another drink.
Another drink. Yeah, you betcha.
That's right. One time I went to bed.
Oh,
I got up in the morning and I went to put my feet on the floor and I was, oh Lord. I was just as drunk as when I went to bed. I said, oh, something's not right here. But that was not
Yeah.
a hangover. It was not a hangover.
that's called a stinky drunk.
I was,
When you
yeah.
go to bed drunk and you wake up drunk, that's a stinky drunk.
Yeah,
Don't do
or alcohol poisoning, I guess.
that.
Yeah, that too.
I might have been borderline on that one, but I did. I got up and kept on going. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I've polished off a few Texas Mickeys in my time, and man, those mornings were the roughest. Whoa,
I don't know, man.
Yeah, we've all paid our dues in one way or another.
Yes, we have.
right?
Yes, we
We
have.
certainly have.
Amen to that. Ah, okay. This next piece I'm going to put up is called "The Promise of Warmth" by Rhonda Yoshri. And make sure I put it up over there. Okay, so here we go. Beneath an igloo of downy vanilla feathers, three tiny cygnets dwell side by side against their mother's mattress warmth. Innocence cuddles in harmony, floating upon a rippled blanket of water and pillowing their reflections in the sacred stillness. The gentle gaze of love shelters them from every storm of fear and provides a cozy winged home where the cold beneath the snow cannot reign. End poem.
Great read, Gene. Boy, you're getting all the goodies tonight. That's
Thanks,
a hell of
Deacon.
a that's a hell of a picture.
Yeah, it's a beautiful
All right,
picture.
Gray, what do you think?
Yeah, what a beautiful poem. I mean, the poem is as soft and gentle as the picture. It's just
Yeah,
so loving, and it just captures everything about that picture with just the grace and adaptability to put words together into a blanket of warmth and love. Beautiful.
Hmm.
nice. All right, Genie, since you got to read it.
Well, I thought this was a beautiful piece by Rhonda. Um, she captured so much of the image. Even when she says, beneath an igloo of downy vanilla feathers, three tiny cygnets dwell side by side against their mother's mattress warmth. When you look at the finish of the bird in the that the word mattress warmth actually like kind of fits in somehow. It just was, I don't know, to me it was like a spot on kind of idea there. But beautiful lines all the way through, and yeah, just a really sweet piece. Beautifully done. So thank you, Randa, for sharing with us tonight. Really liked it.
Yep. Sometimes simplicity offers that curve one cannot deny as to how it reflects beautifully upon the piece itself. Not meaning it's simple piece, but
Hmm.
the language itself offers up the perfect note of the picture, and it just paints it quite well.
Absolutely.
So thank you,
Just
Randa.
absolutely. Well, now you got to hang on a second because I'm not quite there.
I'm just curious
Uh-oh.
about the first comment on her poem. It says, "Welcome to all poetry," and then continues to speak about the poem. And that was 2 days ago. Rhonda's been around for a long time, I think, hasn't
Right.
she?
Absolutely.
Uh,
Oh my
Yeah, I
God.
mean, she's in 212 groups, has 334 poems, and she's being greeted as if she just arrived, which is odd.
Mhm.
But anyway, nice
Well,
right.
you know what? She's a trainee greeter, so she probably
Yeah,
isn't sure who's who right yet. But yeah, that would be a little confusing to me as well.
yeah.
So there we go. Okay, so I finished that comment. Now I'm coming back over here, and let me see. Okay, I'll tell you what, Rex. I'm gonna pick up this next one by Nose Ring Poems. Let me ask you what
Alrighty.
you want to read. This is called Black Sigil Bloom, I think. Let me read it over on the other page. Yes, Black Sigil Bloom by Nose Ring Poems. So whenever you're ready.
Ooh, hell of a pick. Black
Hmm.
Sigil Bloom by Nose Ring Poems. I breathe in filth, vessels sculpted from rocks. Let them clot my throat until voice crawls with their rancor. Mine flesh rise, orchard decay, sense them ferment beneath my skin, swarm of snarling relic, stirring inside me, starving shades, lapping on dregs, spilling from splinter of bone. Birds festering scriptures, maps across chest, carving shrines, I grind soaked, feral, chorus, murmuring air, cling spine-like, brood sepulchral ruin, cracking ribs, gnawing tunnels through chewed hollows. Each shadow cleaves, I'm tether, staggered beneath weight of shrieks, squeeze within Stygian, their twisted skull coils upward, scrapes hunger pit corridors, plague chamber for their fading night. And oh, there you go. There you go, Gray. We go from the sweetness of the swans to the darkness of that picture.
Right? That's the art of poetry right there. Yeah, take you on a roller coaster of a ride. That's what I love about poetry is all the emotions that you can come across, in each poem. The imagery is, excellent. You want me to comment on it or?
Yeah, please.
Okay, yeah, I loved it. I mean, the picture's amazing, but the write is just as incredible as that picture is. Um, the language used is dark and ominous, but squeezed with Stygian, their twisted skull. So I had to Google Stygian, of course, because I didn't know. But Stygian means an adjective that means extremely dark, gloomy, or forbidding, derived from the river Styx in Greek mythology. It's often used in literary sense to describe physical environments, such as a deep cave or a moonless foggy night that are pitch black, menacing, and hellish. And it pretty much describes the whole poem. Nicely done.
Nice. Thank you, Gray. Genie.
Yeah, this is a great take on that prompt. Incredible imagery all the way through. And I picked it up here. I breathe in filth, vessels sculpt from rot. Let them clot my throat until voice crawls with their rancor. Mine flesh rise, orchard decay. Sense them ferment beneath my skin. Swarm of snarling relics. Wow. Stirring inside me, starving shades lapping on dregs. Spilling from splinter bones. Births festering scriptures, maps across chest. Carved shrines, a grime soaked feral chorus. Um, I mean, just amazing imagery. It's a wild picture, you know. And I think that Athena did a great job with this. So thank you for sharing with us tonight.
Yep, I like it. I think the title is apropos. That note to black sigil bloom, because you look at a body and what's being bloomed within it, and you look at what's the only piece left that is part of being human is the head, and she's getting into that note of relinquish. I breathe in filth, vessels sculpt from rot. Let them clot my throat until voice crawls with their rancor. Mine flesh writhes, orchard decay, sense them ferment beneath my skin, swarm of snarling relics. She understands what is coming, what is being birthed of her, and what is actually chewing her up in the moment, giving rise to what she will become as that black sigil bloom reaches into her face and takes full control. Is what you got on the back end of this plague chamber for their fading night, as she is swallowed within and becomes what they make of her. I like it.
Absolutely. Okay.
Her name is Athena, isn't it?
Athena.
Those ring poems.
Yeah,
Athena.
Athena. Yes.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, this next piece I'm going to put up is called The Poison I Gladly Take by Ravenous Pen. And I have an audio for this. So, here we go.
Surrounded by your abhorred, horrid gore. No love from my heart, once filled to spill. The lifeblood of my pulse now convulsed forth as a scarred martyr tar with blades for frills. Once we shattered the stars like none before, yet with you so high above and down below. Explain to me, my dear calamity, why do I ask for more? Toxicity, complicity of your vile, villainous corruption and the dissonant dissent of the love we once shared. But this hollow shell that within I wallow in lamentation, to a ripe and forbidden delicacy, cord with jealousy, rage, and rot compare. Once we shattered the stars like none before, yet with you so high above and I below. Explain to me, my dear calamity, why do I ask for more? To leave me destitute like refuse, washed upon a derelict shore. How could it be that such callous malice could have joy?
Excellent. Thank you, Ravenous Pen, for the SoundCloud. Very much appreciated. Ginny. Yes, no, maybe?
Well, I did say be right back.
Oh,
No,
So
we didn't hear you.
that's okay. I put it over. I know because the thing was planned. I put it over in private chat.
Oh,
So what I heard of it, I thought it was a wonderful audio, and I think that Ravenous Pen has a great way with words, um, and I always find him to be somewhat what's the word I want for his. Uh, he usually has a great use of older language throughout his work. I don't I don't know that that's true because I haven't had a chance to actually read through this. Um, it doesn't appear that he has much. He used to have more of a Shakespearean kind of feel to a lot of his work, but I think that it sounded wonderful, and I'm going to have to give it a good read before I can actually comment on the piece itself. So, but thank you for sharing with us, Ravenous Pen. I really
all
appreciate it.
right. Thank you, Jen.
Hmm.
And Gray, how about you?
in my comment, I said this reminds me of a MAGA supporter waking up to the reality of the situation at hand, aka Trump loves himself and himself only. Just because I don't know, I got Trump out of it because I think of him. Like, okay, so toxicity, complicity of your vile, villainous corruption, and a dissonant dissent of the love we once shared. That's kind of where I got to MAGA, falling out of love with Trump. Anyway, it was a beautiful rate. The song was awesome, and I really enjoyed it. So nicely done, Ravenous Ben.
Yeah,
Sorry to go all political, but I can't help it. The guys
everybody's
makes me
got to
crazy.
go somewhere.
That'd be great. I do like the word got hard in that first line. Nobody uses that word anymore yet. We got it in that first line. So I like that. The a scarred martyr tar with blades for thrills. And that second stanza, once we shared the stars like none before, yet with you so high above and I below. Explain to me, my dear calamity, why do I ask for more? Kind of hit me with the idea of uh, because of the voicing. Uh, uh, if this had been a male voice on that note, I kind of would have thought uh, the fight between heaven and hell, so to speak. But this kind of walks on that note, especially with the female voice using chasing that bad boy and coming back for more because you crave it, yet you don't like the feeling that comes with it.
Right. Well, that's a poison I gladly take. Yeah.
All
Okay.
right, back to you, Gene.
Well, it's 2 minutes to 12. I have two more audios that we could run through. I don't know if I'm going to get too much more poetry done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 7 pieces left on the board. I could go for two more audios and leave it at that, or we could just call it a night and I'll carry everything forward. I have no
Well, it's a
problem.
good start for next week.
Right, absolutely. Okay, well, I think that's what we're going to do then. So, thank you to everyone who shared poetry with us tonight, shared their time. Thank you, Rex, for co hosting with me as always. Thank you, Gray, for buzzing in. Thank you, Monarch Soul, for calling in. It's always good to hear from you. And yeah, and then I don't have to rush through this comment on our last piece. But yes, very good night. And thank you, Jojo and Yumpy and Monty and Errant and Team Manzano. And am I missing somebody?
And Vizago,
Vizago. Was he here tonight? I didn't see him.
yeah, he was.
I must have missed him. the nerve, snuck in and snuck out. But thank you everybody who came and visited with us tonight. It was fun. It was a lot of poetry, a lot. So yes. So next week we will. Oh, you're not even here next week, Rex. Ha.
I might be.
Well, if you are, we're always happy to have you. But yeah, so that'll give me 7 pieces to start with. And good night, Monty. And yeah, so the pieces that are carried over are, let me go back to the top: Big Daddy Love, Angela Aquino, Jolly Tiger Banana, Sapphire Rose, Quickens Music, Intimidus Rex, and Rhymed Raven. So they are the ones carrying forward. So I will be happy to hear all of those next week. In the meantime, I hope everyone has a wonderful weekend. Gray, are you on or off this weekend? You're on this weekend.
Yes, I think I am.
Yes, you are. Yes, you
Uh
are.
oh. Uh
Hmm. Sounds like he's got some work to do.
yeah.
I heard that in his voice.
I've been so distracted this week. It's been crazy.
I
But
know.
anyway, I'll bring it together.
I know you will. I have faith. Okay. Well, good night, everybody. And thanks for
Good night,
everything.
everyone.
Y'all take care now.
Much love,
Good night,
everybody. Good
gang.
night.
Much love.